though.
That's...
It was his truck.
Well, then it's probably more than 100% his actual... Yeah, it sounds like 100% him.
Does he talk kind of like he says a lot, and he'll repeat himself a lot?
I've
never met him.
I have never met him either. I only reached out to him as like, hi, I'm Lyra. You wanted to talk about Top Hat's job, and then I see the things that have been popping up, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure, whatever.
Maybe don't hire him.
No, well, I'm pretty sure he's just violated his parole, so he's not getting it.
Yeah. I think. Be careful. If you're up in Sandy or like just chilling outside Bolingbroke, watch out for his big truck.
Yeah, I'm up at my house, which is obviously next to the other parole house. I'd be able to definitely see if he was here, and he's 100% not.
Alright.
I did go inside the house earlier, and it seems like it's been cleared out, and someone was searching for something. Don't know what. I don't know whether it was him or somebody else who has keys to this, but there were just drawers searched through. The kitchen was like thoroughly cleaned, wiped out. Not the items, but things like even stuff has just been ripped off. The table's been flipped, which I've had to correct. The computer looks like desk is looks like it's been searched through. So I have no idea what's going on. The bathroom's fine. The other bedroom that's barely decorated is terrible, and the other bed has just been... Yeah, it doesn't look great in here, I will say that much.
That's a shame. How many people you got living up there?
Just him. He was just the only one living up here. Charlie was offering it during his parole.
Oh, okay. Well, it's all his mess then.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
And I've looked through all of the, like, places where he cut out stuff. There's nothing in here. Absolutely nothing. But for the most part, I feel pretty safe as it's the compound. It's unlikely he will ever be up here.
Oh, up there on the mountain. Okay.
Yeah, up where... You know where the...
camp?
Yes. It's not been that for many, many months now. Over a year.
I thought Thorhall bought that to make like some kind of a retreat.
He did, and then the tsunami happened.
Oh, yeah.
So then I was able to come up and buy a house. Lise was able to come up and buy a house. Freya, the singer, lives up here in the barn.
Oh, alright.
Charlie has a house here. The 3 properties that are surrounded also have separate owners. Like, I feel pretty safe up here. I doubt he's ever going to be up here, honestly.
Alright. As long as you're safe.
But then I get really confused by the fact that we have somebody that's Jeff Jefferson with a 1 F in his name.
We have 2 Jeff Jeffersons?
Yeah. Our Jeff Jefferson has 2 F's in his last name. The other one just has 1.
Oh, great. Oh, there's also Jeff Jefferson the Third.
Is there? Oh, God.
There is. There are 3 Jeff Jeffersons. They all have wildly different birthdays. One is 1990. I'm assuming that's ours. Then there's the one who has a warrant out for him right now. He's from 2000. And then Jeff Jefferson the Third was 2005. I wonder if they're related. Maybe their parents just keep naming their kid Jeff Jefferson.
They put violating a court order in here. In this warrant.
Where?
I'm just in this warrant for Jeff Jefferson. They've put violating a court order. What violate, like... Yeah, it is... I realise it's parole, but... I'm just trying to think...
Was the one who's out on parole the one with a single F?
No, double F.
Double F, okay.
It's the one with the warrant.
I think the Jeff Jefferson that I met yesterday is the one born in 1990, the eye patch. He's got the short hair.
So you think you met the other Jeff Jefferson?
Yes, I think I met Jeff Jefferson with a single F.
I think in this warrant they just need to stipulate what the violating a court order is.
So the one with two Fs is the one that is on purple. This is very confusing. Do they all know each other, do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Looks like James approved that warrant. Reach out to him for the stipulation.
That's touchy ground right now.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm so sorry. I could reach out to him.
Also, these charges don't result in insurrection. They result in mayhem, but no insurrection. When someone participates in an act of mass destruction, including but not limited mass murder, causing explosions, and mass arson in the pursuit of social, political, or economical aims, can include monetary. Him going after these, this is more mayhem than it is insurrection.
I agree with you on that.
Like, also, who did he get? He got MK and Ryan's permission to push insurrection?
I'm gonna take a stab and guess that it was mostly Ryan.
Also,
I don't think MK would push this.
Also, why is James down as department warden on this list?
I don't know.
And as the
I'll
SAO?
be honest with you, I don't talk to Ryan. Voss hasn't spoken to me in weeks. Like, he gives me the cold shoulder, doesn't talk to me in meetings, walks past me when I'm trying to talk to him, doesn't respond to me on radio. He's given me like the cold shutout, and I feel like his whole group of friends there, he's really tight with James, and I'm not part of the group. I'm left out. I don't know what's going on in the department right now.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, the BI stuff is just... Those in BI, I'm not happy.
I'm very unhappy. I've made an ethics complaint against Ryan, although I don't know if it's even going to go anywhere.
Ryan Voss?
Yes.
That's totally your choice, and you are more than welcome to make that complaint. I honestly... You might want to make the reference towards the title, Demons.
I'm worried about the department as a whole.
I'm an assistant attorney general, and I have as much knowledge as you do about half the stuff that's going on.
You should be clued into everything.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I get kind of weird cliquey vibes from the whole BI group. I'm not really included on anything that goes on there. I'm totally in the dark.
I see their stuff, but I don't see them around.
Oh, that's because they're usually hanging out and partying at Ryan's mansion. They're usually hanging out there, or they're at James's new bunker in the city. He's got like a little basement house thing that he just set up like a little bar in. It's usually one of the two places that they hang out.
I don't know what to say that he's... If you do talk to them about it, please keep my name out of it.
I will not mention you.
Yeah, obviously there'll be concerns if I'm looking at a warrant that James wrote, seeing as there was the recent divorce, which didn't go in his favor. Short story short, they tried to claim 50% of the bank account that James put zero into.
That's ludicrous. I'm really disappointed in him. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. I'm really glad that you won that, by the way.
You saw the divorce paper?
I did not. I was talking to Krista, and she told me that you won.
Yeah, he was claiming that he put money in, but he took the exact same amount out. Or vice versa, he took the money out and then put the exact same amount in. And there were oversteps and everything, which were horrible, because they were going to try and push the divorce without even informing me.
Yeah, I heard that Ryan submitted name change paperwork for you without even informing you.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
My only worry is that James... I have a feeling that James has changed a lot since he's joined BI. A lot.
I feel like everyone who goes and joins BI kind of... They just fall in line and do whatever Ryan says, and I have a lot of qualms with the way Ryan runs things, which is why I put in an ethics complaint. And it's probably why he's icing me out now. He refuses to talk to me, which means I can't really do a whole lot in my job.
Just let me know what I can do, and I'll do my best. Apparently, I'm doing most of the things for the DOJ right now for SIO. So...
Yeah. I'm very thankful that Cursita's kind of taken me under her wing, and she's helping me out now, so finally...
She's a really good egg.
Some decent learning in. I really like her. She's great.
It's like, yeah. But, yeah, just, if you're going to talk to them about it, just keep my name out of it, obviously. I really don't think it's insurrection, and I really think they will not win that if they push for insurrection, but they will win it if they push for mayhem. But I also don't...
I could make the suggestion. It probably won't sound weird at all coming from me, because I tend to take a look over things anyway and say, hey, look, this is probably strong from this angle, so it won't seem weird coming from me.
Yeah, we just need to double check that he's got SAO permission to push that hut as well, because he's tried pushing that before.
He probably does. He probably has Ryan's permission to push it. Ryan's been pushing a lot of really heavy stuff without decent grounds to do so lately.
That doesn't surprise me.
I was so angry when he tried to push second-degree murder charges. Very unhappy with him for that.
Ryan Voss or Ryan Dawson?
Boss.
He will preach one thing but do another. Is what I've noticed.
I've noticed that. Yep.
I'm not defending him at all.
No, that just seems to be the way he is. I'm kind of in the process of sort of mourning that relationship, because he was my good friend for a long time, and I just can't stand the things he's doing business-wise anymore. I can't.
I just can't with any of them, I'm afraid. I'm just... I don't know, Clover. I'm just very tired of some of the shit and having to pick up all the slack, all the back end for DOJ with SAO, because it's not...
It's a huge undertaking. You don't deserve to have all that shoved onto you and to be treated the way they've been treating you. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, just I'm just letting you kind of know my thoughts. I would be very grateful if you didn't take them beyond this phone call.
No, of course.
I'm just... I feel like a lot of people have changed with BI, and when certain people joined it.
I wish things were different. It's the best that I can do is just continue to do what I've been doing, is just attempt to do my best in the current situation.
You are a wonderful being. And like I said, if there's anything I can help you with the DOJ side, let me know.
Yes, thank you. I will. And if you need a break from everything, let me know. We'll go do something stupid.
For now, I think I'm gonna watch... I think I'm just going to watch as more of the DOJ, the judges send more stuff my way when Akira doesn't answer.
Just keep doing the best you're doing. It'll just show. They'll be able to be seen
I mean,
easily.
I don't really mind, because what I'll do, I can see one there that I'm like, well, if I get past that summary judgment, I'll give that on to Parker, who can then use that to build her own experience. Or if you want a summary judgment, you can. Like
I've
this.
never done one of those.
I'll keep that in mind next time I get asked for one.
I probably would like some help doing it, since it would be my very first, and I have no idea how to do that yet.
That's absolutely fine. I can show you some examples and talk you through that process.
That'd be great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Then I will be able to talk you through a summary judgment anyway without even having to do one, so they're fairly easy, they're fairly simple, and it's using the sentencing guides.
Alright.
But yeah, it's... And then there's making the warrant afterwards, which most people don't do, and I end up doing, but that's fine. Summary judgment is a good way for them to close out some of these dockets. That being said, I have said I'm going to let you go, and that I am here for you several times, to the point where I've run down from the compound down to Great Ocean Highway. I'm probably going to run towards Polito by the time I actually finish this conversation.
You're just running around on foot.
There's
Cougars out there. Please be careful.
I know where the cougars are.
Alright.
I'm ignoring the cougars. The cougars are all in BI.
Wait, what?
The cougars are all in BI.
Oh no.
And they're not even the nice cute pussycat ones. You like that one?
I love you, Lyra.
I mean, I can go in further and just tell them that they all slink around the shadows because they have no absolute, and only follow their primal instincts because they have no absolute idea of how to plan for something.
Yeah, applicable. Look, I'm gonna let you go. You stay safe.
Okay.
Call me if you need anything at all.
I will do. Like I said, I would prefer if we can keep this conversation and some of the things I have mentioned quiet. Cressida is also a good person to talk to. Astrid.
I trust Cressida.
Astrid, myself. I will see if I get a summary judgment. I will try and get you to write one up, and I'll go through with you before that even happens. If that happens before I get the chance, then I'll talk you through it. Otherwise, we'll just do some practice ones.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay, I will let you go.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye. Not on Radio 5. No, not on Radio 5. James is around. Shit! We're not talking. I still have a number. I have a full number. If she'll pick up. If she was on her own radio frequency, yeah, that'd be fine. But see, that's the other Jeff Jefferson, the one with one F. I should do. You know, the funny thing about that list, it gives Charlie for the parole fine that he had, yet it was Lyra who pushed it. Charlie just happened to do it. Like, I don't know. I feel like VI has become very toxic from what it originally was. Pardon? No, it's Ryan Dawson. Yeah, I don't know why he came in and said that. He plays an SEO. But I don't understand why he came in and said that, and it was like Ryan Dawson. Let me show you. No, Jeff Jefferson is someone else. Ryan Dawson was Jeff Jefferson's, like, that's Ryan Dawson. No. Okay. No, they do not. Yes. It's more of the... no, I'm just not, please. I don't know. But I don't want to maintain... Like, the feelings towards him are still raw. Last time she said, give me a few minutes and I'll meet up with you. She was half an hour.
What's up, Lyra?
Hi, I was just gonna talk verbally to you. Just I'm looking at what you kind of posted to Ryan Dawson about the warrant. I feel like you may have got a little bit confused because you said they arrived at the property at 8:50. They from what I'm reading it, that they put the warrant on the door at 8, like they gave the warrant at 8:35. So they signed, but they did not breach into the property until 8:50. They didn't arrive at the property at 8:50, they breached into the property at 8:50.
Yeah, but I don't. That's still a bad outlook, because if it's a warrant for knock, you're still supposed to give the person time to, actually respond to the notice. And so if they're saying that they executed and did everything and also served the warrant at 8:35 or 18:35, then things get confusing. So I see the
Because you're right, you're saying that they arrived at the property at 8:50, but it sounds like they were already there at 8:50. They hadn't gone into the building. They went into the building at 8:50.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just a bit of a miscommunication, but it just kind of wanted to point that out before that comes along, because that's the way I'm reading it, is that they didn't go into the building until 8:50.
Yeah, honestly, it's just confusing to me, because it's like I do because it says executing the warrant, but it's also kind of odd to me, because it's like, what's the point of, if you serve the warrant at 18:35 and then you also sign that you executed and completed the raid at 18:35, because I also forgot about that. They also put the warrant at the bottom. They also put the time and date for that. And so everything was signed at 18:35, but in the notes it says 18:50.
So what needs changing is the executing officers. The time on the execution needs to be changed to the more appropriate time. The other two times are fine. It's just that execution time.
Yeah, maybe like date of completion.
Yeah, maybe that can. Maybe just that's probably where we just need to recorrect him on that. It doesn't sound like it's a. It sounds like CID have no idea what they're doing with that one.
Yeah, well, there's the other problem of the other warrant too. This is the other warrant is the one that I'm scared about, because I don't know what. I don't like the way that Juno's saying things. Because apparently I don't, what else am I supposed to do besides yelling at CID?
Who was the executing officer on that other warrant?
So both of them were signed by Caesar, but one was given to Reka. And I talked to not Reka, both of them were involved in the raid. So Reka gave the warrant to Constantine, I'll just say his last name. So he gave it to Constantine because he was the one leading the raid fully, or as SRT. And so when we
talked to Caesar
about
Constantine who signed all that documentation, then.
Yeah, well, the thing is that it's kind of odd, because it's Caesar signed everything on both of the warrants. Actually, wait a minute. What time and day does it say that warrant was served, actually? Because they served two warrants at the same time, apparently.
Maybe just clarify to Tyrese that the execution time needs to be looked at again on the one before he gets all confused with kind of times and places. And then we can... It sounds like Caesar is executing raids that he has no support for, and that he's not been given guidance for.
Yeah, well, so the other one... So just... the other one, the Caesar sign or submitted, wasn't the issue of the notes. It's the issue of the warrant was a knock warrant, and was not served as a knock warrant.
Yeah, that one is on Constantine if he pushed that.
Well, so when we talked to Constantine, he said it was everybody's fault. When we talked to Caesar said it was Dawson's fault. And then when we talked to Dawson, because we talked to Dawson first, Dawson said that he was told by the judge to instruct CID to change the warrant. He at least did in the case folder, though I'm going to be honest with you, he probably could have been a little more, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for?
Either way, it is still on the executing officer's own back to be able to double check that, as he is the one that is going to be breaching the door.
Yeah, which they're legally required to do so.
So that is ultimately Constantine's call. He should have double checked the warrant before breaching the door.
Yeah. Well, we talked to Dawson, because Dawson's the SRT guy for that stuff, so we talked to Jack Dawson. He said that it's on the person that was serving the warrant, and the person executing the warrant. Whoever signed the document and looked at the document should have looked and checked to make sure that was a knock warrant or not.
And that it sounds like a cascading effect. So if we're about to do something, we always double check the paperwork before we go in. We always sign. We always make sure that we're crossing the T's and crossing their I's. And it doesn't sound like in this case there was.
Yeah.
Which means there's going to be... there may be repercussions based on that on SESP. It's everyone's duty to double check that and make sure that information is passed upon, but it is ultimately on the person who goes through that, who makes the order to go through that door, to make sure that it is done.
Yeah, well, so I'm curious when the meeting, or when Ray's going to set up that meeting, because I just don't want that turning into a situation where now a prosecutor is being, what's the proper word I'm looking for?
Prosecuted?
Accosted. Or not executed again. Well, it was Ray, so...
Ray, I think, will probably look at the more of the attention of the executing officer and the CID officer.
Yeah, which I think it would probably be a good idea to have that conversation with CID when these warrants are getting executed, and just making sure. Because I thought
that was part of the reason why SAO was going on these raids, was make sure that everything was double crossed and double T, like all the T's were crossed and the I's were dotted, to make sure that everything was going to plan. And then all of a sudden, SAO are no longer going on these raids.
Well, you know what's funny about that is because of that whole ordeal. Because when I talked to Ryan Dawson, I didn't even know about this. When I talked to him, he apparently called out Reka. Because Reka was also a part of that, and also technically, it's confusing on how three people were the ones leading and executing a raid. But he called out Reka and talked to Reka, and I don't know if there was like bad blood between that, or maybe he said something he should have, or I have no fucking clue. But now it's one of those things of, it's like, why do I have to 25 with him?
It sounds like it's ultimately going to come down on, like I said, part of the reason we were going on these was to make sure that nothing was being violated and everything was being done properly. Whoever made the call to pull SAO off the raid calls, it sounds like this is part of the reason why we were on them.
Yeah, I get, so from what we were told was that they attached to a call and they got the call over numbers. The thing that confused me, when I talked to Dawson about it, or Ryan Dawson, he said that he hadn't even left VPD. He attached to the call, and then when he attached to the call, they told him to detach from the call. And so when they detached the call, that was, like, I was assuming that they were on the raid, there, and they attached to the call. And when I asked Bucket to ask Rachel, because he called Rachel to confirm on whether or not they actually showed up to the raid, we were told they don't know. She was just the messenger.
Numbers, that it doesn't matter if we are going in unarmed. Great, it would be great if we are armed, but if the case is that we're supposed to be there to make sure that things like this do not happen. And it sounds like, in this case, SESP needs to take a hit to their bank accounts in order to make sure that in order to be aware that they have caused that. Like, they told Ryan to detach, and if Ryan had been there, maybe this fuck-up wouldn't have happened. If Ryan had been there and this fuck-up happened, then that becomes more on SAO part. But it wasn't. They refused the help, and therefore they basically fucked around and found out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you were, like, it just being in the case holder and just being like, all right, there, guys, there you go, have fun with the warrant. And truthfully, honestly, I feel like it's disrespectful on top of that, but I understand it's like a safety issue, right? Don't come inside of the raid area so you don't get shot, right? And I can completely understand that. But it's just, I don't know, it's so wishy-washy.
Heck, we can have the SAO sit inside the Bearcat.
Yeah.
They can sit
Look,
inside.
I'll buy a bear.
They can sit inside the Bearcat, and they'll be the safest person on the road.
Yeah. Actually, I bought 2 vans that were bullet resistant.
It doesn't matter as long as I understand the safety issue. But this is where they're going to have to take a hit to their fine, to their bank accounts, in order to understand that they cannot do that, and they need to be informed. This is the reason why your bank account has been hit, and this is why the LSPD has decreased in so much, and BCSO has decreased in so much, because of these issues that you have caused by refusing the tools that have been given.
Yeah. Well, so that's the thing, though. It's like, as much as I would say the financial hit wouldn't make a difference to them, but I don't think a lot of these departments even care about how much money that they have, because you can just make the funds request so easily.
They don't care about the fines until they're pulled up in front of their superiors and informed, you are the reason, and it started as a track record. Because if it then becomes a persistent habit, there's further repercussions that we can take them. People don't want to be called into meetings to be told off.
Yeah.
And be told, you are the reason for X. You are the reason for Y. You are the reason for this. They don't like that. They don't like understanding that their actions have repercussions.
Yeah.
So even if they don't care about the money, they still care about the fact that they're being told off.
Yeah. Well, so that's the funny thing is sometimes it's like some people really care about like the disciplinary, and some people just don't really care. And I've seen some people that are just like, oh, it's a strike, give me the strike, and they'll just take it and eat it like it's nothing. But it's just it's so odd dealing with people because it's just like sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. I guess in this case, probably with everybody involved in that situation, my car just get rented. Oh, there's a race, that's why. No, but yeah, no. Honestly, like, see, Jack Dawson understands that it should have just been looked at, and the person.
And Caesar shouldn't be signing things that he does not have any. He's not got any first-hand knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah.
There is severe failings in all parts on that, and that could have partly. Sorry, going around in circles. Either way, go to this meeting, see what Ray says. Put the forth information, such as SAO did try to be present, however, were pushed out. And if we have to say they fucked around and found out, then I think Ray will be very appreciative of the fact that we say they fucked around and they found out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm curious when Ray, because Ray still hasn't responded back to Dawson on that, so unless he's not done anything because Dawson put the PSD portion of that, but I haven't done anything PSD-wise because that's a fucking powder keg if I do something.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. Just maybe clarify with Tyrese that the execution time needs to be when they finish that raid. What time did they finish?
Yeah, let me do that right now. Thank you for calling me about that.
Yeah, I just think that it's perhaps could be worded slightly differently, because I think you... Either way, I'm going around in circles again.
I got you. Oh, what was I going to ask you? What was I going to ask you? There was something I was going to ask you, and I can't remember now. Yeah, I can't remember it. Never mind. Well, thank you again for calling me for that, though.
That's fine. Jeff Jefferson, by the way. There's been rummaging up at the parole house. I know that from what I saw that left, he should have left, but it looks like he might have returned, and he was looking for something within the parole house. And I read within the thing that he left his wedding ring, and I'm wondering if he was looking for his wedding ring.
Okay. I mean, have you seen the list?
I have seen the list. I've also seen where it's addressed James as SAO.
Yeah, it also
and
lists
Deputy
Ryan
Warden
Matthews as a prosecutor.
Yeah, it seems like he's very confused, and that he's been presented these people by someone with those lines.
Yeah, because I don't... Like, I've never... I don't...
The other thing that needs to note... the other thing that I want to note is that Victoria and I were the ones who discussed the 20,000 extra fine. Charlie was just simply the person who pushed it, who had to push the warrant. It wasn't anyone else. It was myself and Victoria that talked about that one, so... He's misguided in many, many different ways, it seems. And there are 3 Jeff Jeffersons. Just to make you aware as well.
Thank you. There is a warrant, right?
There is a warrant. They've got him down as insurrection, which I don't think quite fits. Approved by James.
Was there a SAO there?
I don't know. Ryan Dawson and MK are listed there. I think mayhem fits better because this is personal gain. This is not economical, social, or political aims. I think mayhem, and you would get that easily, but insurrection, I think, would be very difficult.
Yeah. So, well, I haven't even looked at the whole note. I just looked at the names that were on there.
So James approved that warrant along with the violation of the court order that's included in there. It's put down that James approved it.
Yeah, we might have to... Social, political, or economics can't include monetary. Like,
He doesn't want money.
Murders. Yeah, there's no mass murder in this. There's no causing explosions or mass arson. I guess you can say mass attempted murder, but there's no torture or anything. It wouldn't be mayhem, not insurrection.
But it's also not for political aims. It's not for social aims. It's not for economical aims.
Yeah. I mean, so I have read that for social, you can make the argument for personal, because personal would be a part of that person's social. But at the end of the day, though, like, insurrection's mainly for that person to, try and take over the government. I'm pretty sure that's how insurrection has always been treated. Or I could be wrong about that because I can't remember about insurrection because we could never fucking push the thing. I mean, it's like, with social, it could be personal, right? Let's just say if I had a personal vendetta, or I had a personal change for the government.
But it's not mass destruction. He has a list of people. Mass destruction includes random.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't even fit or fulfill the first criteria anyway. There's no mass murder, no mass destruction. I mean, he hasn't really killed anybody, and I mean, he can attempt to kill people, but I would feel like that would fit under mayhem instead of, insurrection, so you are right about that. Though, I don't know why they used insurrection instead of mayhem, and I don't know why James approved it when it's a state attorney that has to approve the HUD charge, so I will have to figure that one out.
If you can just keep my name out of that.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. That one doesn't make any sense, because that technically should have been approved by a state attorney because it has to be pushed by a state attorney, so...
Yeah, if you can just keep my name out of that. Just it was just something I noted as worry, and that there would be a more appropriate, still hurt, fitting charge to it. But I feel like if my name is mentioned, it's going to be, well, she's doing this because it's my name on there.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna put your name in that. I'm just gonna say I looked at the report and got confused. Actually, now that I might as well just look over fucking wall. Oh, there it is. Oh no. I'm confused now. Wait, it's not even. Wait, what? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong fucking person. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Yeah. The violating the court order would have been fine. The insurrection, I don't quite understand that, but they're technically both hot charges, so. Yeah, let me look at that. I will keep your name out of that. I promise you.
Thank you. I just want to kind of keep my distance, but I feel like there is a better charge that we can push and get better results out of it.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong about that, because that doesn't make sense. I get it, but it's at the end of the day, it's like, you might as well just push the man. It's easier. And if anything, it fits more than anything.
I feel like if he was doing it at at the police, at the stations, or he was doing it at a government building, we probably could do insurrection. He was holding mass hostages there whilst he was doing it. Yeah, insurrection would fit, but he's not. He's naming 5 people, and that is it. Anyway, I'm going in circles. I'm gonna let you go and let you read that, and I'm gonna... Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
What? I'm just... I have a bad habit of going over the point. I'm not arguing with him on purpose.
Thank you. Hi.
Going over the point over and over again. Hello. I've been told...
Hiya.
I feel like an external pressure is telling me that I should 25 with you.
Why?
I don't know, it's just an external pressure.
Okay.
Maybe in the form of a fluffy black dog.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I'm slow. I picked up on what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I saw your message about Garam being upset.
Yeah, I saw him sobbing in a puddle. That's pretty much it, what I put in the thing. So, pretty much was like, go 42, get some air, breathe, collect yourself, and go talk to G-Rag after, because he feels bad. And G-Rag says he doesn't want Garen to get in any trouble.
It wasn't like he laced it with drugs. He laced it with cough medicine.
Yeah.
You know what I meant, though, yes.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Anyway.
I also just... There's been a lot of fooling around and a lot of rule breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been insane. I don't know if you've seen it yourself.
I wasn't at the prison today.
It's kind of just been an ongoing thing. I don't want to point the finger at anybody, but it's surely trickled down. Anyways, I spoke to James about helping to tighten that up, so he is going to.
It's trickling down from a top source.
It would seem that way. He's perpetuated it and set an example that this kind of behavior is okay. And I didn't say anything about this to him. I just said, this is what I'm seeing in the department as a whole. It needs to stop. I need your help to, do that. So we as command are on the same page. And he's gonna talk to people and make sure that it's getting nipped in the bud. And he also basically said, like, he's very much at fault for doing all of that and took accountability, so.
He can still pull amazing tricks out of the own hat.
Yeah.
I noticed he went 42 afterwards, though.
Well, he was gonna try to speak to Garen and G-Rag and resolve everything, but he mentioned that he was hungry, and I just told him to go and I'll deal with it. But he's back now.
Okay. Yeah.
We lost, fuck.
Callie?
What's her name? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I saw that. I had a feeling that was probably coming.
Well, she and James came to talk to me yesterday. She and James had been in contact for a while, and basically Callie wished to participate mostly in like event planning and stuff like she had been doing.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to come back and for that to be like her forefront and focus. So I told James like to let me think about it, and again, this is while you were, you know, on your little mini break, so I was just gonna deal with it. And I told him I'd think about it. So the plan was to bring her back and see what she was feeling up to doing in terms of like normal duties. If she wanted to maintain that, she could keep her job and just like participate in event planning, like well-being kind of deal. If not, I was just gonna put her to support specialist and she could help with events. So I told her that, and I explained the options to her, and it's up to her and how much time commitment she has and what she wants to do. But part of this is that there's a form that I sent James for events and stuff. I think I posted it somewhere in Commander Supervisors, but basically it's just asking for the basics of an event.
Mm-hmm.
The location, the date, the description of what the activity is going to entail, and then like an itemized portion for like prices for food or, you know, whatever it needs. That way we can submit that for funding requests. And I also told James and Callie that I didn't like that they were basically asking for donations, as we're a government agency. Like for us to accept charity, we can just get funding and pay for it ourselves. It's absolutely not necessary. So these changes set Callie off, and she just did not appreciate them. That's me reading between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what to tell her at that point.
I had a
She didn't
feeling
wanna
she was going to be going anyway.
Yeah. She told James that she didn't understand like the need for a form to document everything for an event, and I was like, to James, I was like, for both of you to go out and speak to Bikes R Us or whatever, like, you know, just doing a lot of networking and getting a lot of money and donations from the public and businesses. You're representing the department by doing that. At the very least, you can document what you're doing so your command team knows what you're up to. Because before, it was free reign for them. They did whatever they wanted. I don't know how you feel about the money situation, but for us to be accepting like upwards of $100,000.
Let me know if you need anything.
I feel like there were... I don't know what to think. I'm just...
Me too, girl, me too.
I feel like there might have been unequal pressure from our end on businesses.
How do you mean?
I'm wondering if they went around and were very persistent in their pressure, knowing what I know of James.
It's possible, and I mean, like, Callie was talking to me yesterday about everything, and when I explained, like, that I didn't want that to continue and that we would get government funding necessary, she basically went on a whole spiel. She lectured me about, like, her philosophy on getting businesses involved and making them feel a part and community, etc., and that they apparently all these businesses just have so much money and nothing to do with them.
They really don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I need to come in on Thursday and...
See you again, I hope.
If there's any lifers awake, open up top hats if they're on the right security level.
Okay.
Welcome to my store.
I did notice that even though I put
Thank
those
you.
guidelines up...
Goodbye. Why, hello.
Even though what?
Even though I put those guidelines on, You
very
were
much.
you were the only one who recognized it. I feel like a black dog is nipping at my heels about going back and forth in front of this guy in the shop that I'm currently getting food. But yeah, feel like for super special events, if we were doing a mass SESP event where we could sponsor for everything, great. But for just DOC?
Yeah. And I said to them, I was like, it's one thing if a business, like, you're talking to them and, like, trying to buy things for them, and, like, it's just a casual conversation. They say it's an event for DOC, this is what we need, or this is what we want, and, like, they offer per their own volition to donate. That's one thing. But, like, to be campaigning for it is another, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. It's not like she was around to begin with.
No. I had a feeling that she probably wasn't going to be staying.
Come back anytime.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a gut feeling.
Yep, me too. It is what it is.
And I have a feeling that Nikaya probably won't stay too much longer after.
Didn't she just come back?
She did. But I feel it depends on how close her and Callie were.
Are they good friends?
They were good friends. I don't know what their relationship is like now.
Okay.
I feel like they might have drifted apart. But I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
I had a talk with Kira about some of the items that I saw in SAO that yeah.
How'd that go?
It wasn't mainly about things like activity and things like that. It was more of the case of there was a search and seizure warrant that was supposed to be a knock warrant that they didn't serve as a knock warrant. They served it as a no-knock warrant, which was on them, and now the judge wants a meeting, which isn't great. Because they didn't let the SAO come on the raid, I think is one of the core fundamental issues. They booted the SAO off the raid. And there's another one that was the first original thing that I brought up with him, which was, look, like time needed to be sorted, and he misread things. And I also brought up the Jefferson warrant, which was pushed, and said, look, I think there's a better charge than insurrection. I think mayhem will suit better into the situation. But
How do you take that?
he said he agreed with it. He looked at it and just went, yeah, insurrection is super hard for us to prove. Kitty.
That's good.
We don't know who's the SEO that gave the approval for it because it's signed by James. So I do think mayhem would be better suited to be pushed. And I'd be slightly concerned if an SAO didn't sort insurrection as a better charge to push, but if it was Ryan Dawson, I probably wouldn't be surprised.
What is he good at? Genuine question.
He's good at trying.
Is he good at succeeding, Lyra?
When he's given having guidance.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's better than what some words I want to say about a certain someone else, but... I feel like that could be applied to James.
Alright.
Yeah, there are certain things that I want to say and I will not say for out of professional conduct right now. That I feel like Ryan Dawson maybe excels at. Better than some other people. But less said on that, the better. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought you into that one.
That's all good.
Anything
I
else?
am going to... We need to meet to figure out any topics we need to bring up at the SCSP command meeting, which I've worked out my schedule and I will be able to attend.
That's good to hear. What time is that?
4 p.m.
4 p.m. on Saturday?
Yes.
Okay. 4 p.m. on Saturday. Okay, we'll make it work.
Alright, so we'll have to meet before that. My Thursday. Let me see what my week looks like so we can figure a day that might work best for us to chat. What's today, the 10th?
Mm-hmm.
I can do tomorrow after like 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday I can do anytime after 6:30 and Friday all day.
What did you say Thursday you weren't okay with?
Not until after 6:30, which probably is too late for you.
Yeah. And what did you say for Friday?
All day.
Let's do Friday.
Okay. I'm gonna ask James as well, obviously, because he's also command.
You sound so joyous by that. You've turned into a cat, Lisa. Except you're a cat with the rhinestone collar.
Don't you forget it.
Are you okay?
Oh, man!
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, I work with Scott Stevens. If by work you mean run ridiculous errands for him day and night.
I tried to get a job at Rockford Plaza. They're not hiring. Not even a shopping mall.
Is it a question you feel capable of answering right now?
Yeah. I'll be okay. I'm just stressed and frustrated. It's just been a difficult week. But I'll be okay.
I apologize for the stress that I put on your plate extra. And for my own misconception of situation yesterday.
It's okay. Like I said, we'll be okay. We'll be fine at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep on keeping on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you see people fucking around at the prison, breaking rules and shit, it's like big and small. Obviously the thing today,
Yes, we're having an amazing...
G-Rag's wearing a supervisor shirt. And he shouldn't be. It's like, whatever. Just keep your eyes
I
peeled.
thought you told him yesterday that he couldn't wear that.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
It's a freak show. Just biceps and breasts.
That's what I was referring to yesterday.
That stuff happened today.
I'd better go. This
No, just the Garen thing. I haven't been around long enough today to see people break all the rules.
Well, I'm gonna let you carry on watching.
Okay, and I spoke to James about the training thing
About
that you and
the...
I. Yeah. Basically, that it's fine if non-trainers are doing training, but they need an FTO or PFTO check for things to be complete. No more giving exceptions to people. I told him in general, no more exceptions. Follow the rules. If you think that somebody deserves to be a trainer, then put them up for a vote. So that's squared away as well.
Okay.
And he's planning on meeting with the trainers. He's got a vote up right now, but I'll remind him to pick a date because he clearly forgot.
Holding back tongue, holding back comments.
You don't have to say words when we already both understand. Yeah. Alrighty. If you are all good, I'll let you go.
Yep.
Alright. Have a good night, and I'll see you around.
Night.
Bye.
Woo. Okay. See how that goes.
Hi, Lyra.
I'm phoning you to remind you you are powerful, you are amazing, you are very strong.
Oh, you're too sweet. Thank you. You are too, Mia. Come on.
I wanted to phone you and remind you that you are very much valued and appreciated, and you're not alone.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's very sweet. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I literally wanted to phone you and let you know that, remind you of that.
Thank you, Lyra. It's very sweet of you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's okay, and if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. Otherwise, you are taking control and you are amazing.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Lyra. You too. I appreciate all your help. Thank you.
I'm gonna text Naya and see what's going on with her.
Yeah, let me know, because that was really confusing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I sent you her phone number, didn't I?
Right.
I sent you Naya's phone number?
You did. Yep. I will and see what's going on. Or did you want to let me know what you want to do with that? Because I can reach out to her, or
You reach out to her as well. Give her options to be able to do that. A parole officer doesn't have to be one. It could be a multitude of different people to match different times and different things.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reach out to her and just let her know.
Yeah, I've reached out to her as well, but it just gives her more options rather than less.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point.
But yeah, I'm gonna let you go. And just sort of continue being you, because you is all I need.
Oh, thank you. You're amazing, Lyra. I'll take care of you, okay?
I will. I'm gonna let you go. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, that whole point was Naya, and then you said about the 25, and then Kira posted things. It's like, snowball. I should have been clocked onto a 3 for that.